There is no doubt that Indian movies are making their presence felt all over the world. Whether it's Lagan or recent Bahubali, people have been mesmerized by the quality of Indian production. And the director who set two largest records of Indian cinema has come up with a new movie called RRR. If you watched Bahubali and if you're expecting the grandiosity of Bahubali or a story that is as old as time itself like Magadhira, you would be terribly disappointed by RRR. Even then, this Rajamouli epic will leave you thoroughly impressed for one big reason. Welcome to Screen Brothers. Your search for what to watch next ends here. We bring unique and unbiased reviews of everything interesting on the screen. Big and small, language, genre are no barriers for us. Entertainment is the only prerequisite we check for. Sometimes we brothers argue about what's good and what's not, and that's good news for you because you get more than one perspective in a review. So sit back and enjoy this review on RRR. If you like the content, consider subscribing and leaving a like on your way out. It encourages us to bring more fresh content for your entertainment needs. Let's get into the review. Rajamouli made a brand for himself for bringing massive movies to the Indian cinema that quickly attracted the global audience. His Bahubali, especially Bahubali 2, was an epic celebration of cinema experience. You may not know it when you catch it on Netflix, but you had to see it in theaters to feel the larger-than-life experience of this movie. Now, Rajamouli tries to beat his own record by setting to outdo himself with RRR. It was an Herculean task for even Rajamouli. As with many Indian movies, especially Rajamouli movies, if you want to experience the mass entertainment elements, you have to check your logic and whys outside the theater. Otherwise, you will not be able to fully enjoy this 3 hours of pure celluloid eruption. If you see any review on this RRR, the only people that are complaining about it are the people who are trying to look for logic, trying to look for art in a movie that was supposed to be a mass entertainer. There is art in its own sense, but that's not what this movie is about. From the first scene itself, you will realize you are in for a very different type of entertainment. The stage is set and you let the story unfold. And unfold it does. All through the lens of two characters who transport you into their world. Yes, this is Rajamouli's story, but you don't see him anywhere on the screen. You see just two guys taking you on their own individual journeys, which eventually clash, bringing one of the most epic dramas onto the screen. Some may ask, are all the sacrifices worth it? Is one life more dear than all those that have been slayed? Well, that question needs to be framed from a different angle. What is the cost you're willing to pay to reunite your family? When you change your question, then it all makes sense and you will suddenly care for the characters and their longings. This movie runs in waves, one leading to another more massive than previous one. There is a scene of Ram chasing down one man from a crowd of thousands of protesters. There is a scene where Bhim captures Tiger. Then there is the scene of both of them joining hands to save a kid. And Indian audience were mesmerized with the scene where Bhim unleashes the wilderness into the Brits camp. And there are just many more in this movie. My personal favorite was when Junior NTR as Bhim proves why he is one of the greatest actors coming from southern screen with Komuram Bhimado song. Ram Charan owns his own entry as Ramaraju towards the end of the movie. And of course, you had to be in theater to experience and enjoy Natu's song. The whole theater was just whistling and grooving with the song. We should give credit to Rajamouli. He did not release the whole song because he knew the reactions in the theaters are going to be epic. Again, there are many scenes where people would think this may not be possible for ordinary individuals. That is true and that is expected of Rajamouli's characters. He himself says many times he doesn't make movies that are confined to the social norms. He wants to make movies that are larger than life, movies that question our boundaries, right? So he has to take some liberties, which he does generously and brings his fantasies to life. I mean, come on, this is a director who made a fly the lead character of a movie. So don't expect normality or logic from this guy. He's all about entertainment and he delivers that in multifolds. And that's what makes Rajamouli so special, right? He picks one single defining character for each of his movies. With Iga, he relied heavily on graphics and script. With Bahubali, he heavily relied on brawn and muscle and fights and carnage. With RRR, he relied solely on two guys he entrusted the story with and they delivered. At the end of the day, we all have our own reasons of why we want to watch a movie. It may be entertainment, it may be to be thrilled, it may to laugh. You have to decide what you're going for. Rajamouli knows what he's delivering. If you go into this movie expecting logic, expecting gravity to hold its place, then you will be utterly disappointed. But if you check those out at the door, you will be thoroughly mesmerized with this journey. That's our review of RRR. Next, we'll review KGF 2 as it releases this week. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.